coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. It's an Indian summer afternoon, perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown. 85 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Next the score, Steelers 7, Ravens nothing. Chris
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Here's Jackson to throw. And Eifert has it. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson escaping the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Eluding the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. First carry for James Conner. Marcus Peters up to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
A 2-yard loss on the play. It's 3rd.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Jackson from the shotgun. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Mixon with a first down carry. And all the way down to the 29. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
17-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 17-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Steelers 7, Ravens
Go now, 30 base.
2nd and 9 now. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's in. Touchdown. with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Here we go. At their own 30-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run on first down. Greer, and nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Flush to his right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate?
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And into the end zone. Texan on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken near the 13. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now it's Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And he will find Hurst in the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens. Hayden Hurst, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On first down, Mixon. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Brings up 3rd down.
Mike 51, go! I'm coming after you!
Looking to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And into the end zone. In for the score. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take him into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 27-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Space to maneuver at the 40. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And all the way up to the 46. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Looking to throw on second down. Jackson escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Jackson. Throw left side complete. It's Greer. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Going deep for Eifert. He rifles one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Come on, let's go. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
2nd and 6. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
You.
On play action, they'll throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Incomplete. Intended for Juju Smith-Schuster.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken at the 18. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Hey, hold on. Here we go. 2 times. Everyone's got 4.
Jackson on first down. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 36 yards on the play.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with him and off.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens cut into that lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This will be taken about the 12. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Got it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing.
Accelerating, and off he goes. And he's in. Touchdown. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Teams always want to send messages. I think that was quite a statement there to start the third quarter.
Yeah, less than a minute in. Already that quick, long strike. They are setting the tone for the second half. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Now a first carry for their fullback. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
Watch left. Tight end to the left. Tight end left.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
And the catch good. It's Eifert. 25 yards that time.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop him?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Now it's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Got to figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal.
Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot. Mike check 33. 30.
To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Dancing to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Buying time to his left. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The rookie from Michigan there defensively, that's Devin Bush making the play.
4th down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise, but how about the coverage there, able to bat it down?
A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Again, it's Mixon. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 63 yards on the ground. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Second and 4. Screen pass to Connor. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. New campaign. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And now a hook up downfield on 2nd down. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trailed big here to begin quarter number 4. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Joe Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 32-yard line.
Down. 18 Gator.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Hey, box drop, box drop.
51, Mike, 51. Hey, let's get this. 51's the mic, 51's the mic.
Greystone, right up.
2nd and 11. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now back to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
At their 49-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Max 50. Watch twins. Watch twins.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Bud Dupree, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Just like that.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Looking deep downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Come on, set, 50, plant.
I know he ain't got it. Check. Fresno.
Hit it.
On 1st down, this is Adams. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it...
Down the numbers. There he goes. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler 35 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. But you say 3 rushing touchdowns, and of course throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
Here we go.
First and 10.
Here we go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for him. Didn't happen. also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Jackson now, flush to his right. This will be caught by Brown. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Throwing is Jackson. And now he'll tuck it and run. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run on first down. Greer. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. And now Jackson will look to throw it. It's Hill, complete. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it third and goal.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Go. Hey, check back there.
To throw is Jackson. Flushed out right. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 30, 10. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Board even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
90 Wolf.
First and 10 at the 47-yard
Let's go.
line.
5. Shoot.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Looking to throw. Porter steps away to his left. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. He was trying to get it to Taywan Taylor, but it'll be second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10. On second down, it's Hill. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on third and a tough 9.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Set and lower.
Strong right. Strong right.
Get it.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Pittsburgh, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1.